Editor Loon here to express my love for baby Naiad since I finished editing this video before she came out. She's absolutely adorable. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Naiad video. Today's is going to be a longer one with half an hour of Dragon Rank. I'm back from my break to give you guys a post. Thank you as always for your patience. I know my upload schedule is a bit slow. And let's dive into the first match. The Insolence line here is good for the reduced knockback, dealing with batter, and also you have a dash to catch up if he does manage to assist. As usual, fast ballooning is also important for harassers. I also run Wanted Order on bigger maps so that I can proxy camp with Naiad's new buff. Here I chose a spawn to go for Gravekeeper. He is actually the easiest chase out of the 4 survivors. The bridge is also a relatively vulnerable spawn. While chasing Gravekeeper, you don't want him to pull down pallets and not create an abyss around that pallet, otherwise he will crawl under that pallet while in his shovel and you won't be able to hit him. Turning around we see, oh, Batter's here for an early harass. The next harpoon is going to be very important. We must throw towards the right. This way, Gravekeeper is unable to go to Batter and Batter is unable to hit me backwards to get me away from Gravekeeper. We can see that Batter knows this and so he goes away to decode. Now we can down Gravekeeper quickly. I'm loving this Naiad buff. When you hit that Insolence, it's so strong because you can just directly dash. And here Gravekeeper can't go into that pallet. Here we have to be careful that Gravekeeper doesn't take the roller coaster, and so we're zoning him toward the left by circling around the right side of those pallets. Successfully get the down with no items left on the Gravekeeper. Close, the 3 ciphers are done. Batter's missing a little bit of cipher because he tried to harass. And we managed to save our blink, which is great. We see Batter decoding on the bridge, just going to lock his cipher. We got Toy Merchant with our Harpoon drawback water, now it's gonna be a double down. She can't walk out of here. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Batter's in a bad position because he can only hit me backwards, and right now that would be towards the Gravekeeper. And also 2 stuns made the wind also not last as long. I clear the body block using water, this way there's no risk of Gravekeeper getting a second kite in those pallets. Just going to waste Batter's items. Here's an anti-harassing abyss. Batter has flywheel, so he's not afraid of standing in the water because he's going to flywheel the water damage. I do a blink balloon. The anti-knockback saves me here and I wasn't stunned. To be honest, another way I could have dealt with this was wait for when he has to flywheel and then balloon because he can't pull out his cricket ball quick enough to do both things. For camp, I sort of want to avoid a second kite from Gravekeeper, but I kind of overshot my dash here. There was too much hesitation from my side. Here I go for an abyss, but I don't actually get any water damage on him. When he goes for the cricket ball, I don't actually manage to destroy it, and I also could have gotten a hit there. This is the lesson to not do anything halfway, because I threw my harpoon there, pulled it back, and actually didn't achieve anything. Luckily, I get the targeted hit on him, and Batter was not able to body block. Batter bought a lot of time here. He was really good with all the timings. The good thing is we kind of wasted his items and also we forced out 1 flywheel from him. Toy Merchant had the only other tide turner. I think I want to keep batter on this cipher. If I can down him, then that's the best. He doesn't have flywheel, it should be easy with his one cricket ball. A delayed hit there so I can have my harpoon on cooldown and just lock the cipher before I go. Oh, baiting this a little bit. I think he thought I had another dash. And I'm gonna swerve, nice. Judging from how skilled this batter was, he was probably gonna hold on to his cricket ball, so I dodged just at the very last second after giving that pressure. We're going to chair right next to basement here. It was pretty unfortunate that he didn't avoid this basement, otherwise without a trump card it would have been probably a tie on this big map. Also, I didn't bring Giant Claw this time, okay, so this is not a Naiad cheese moment. Anyways, I look at the ciphers, it was decoding, Grave Cipher was shaking a few moments ago. It stopped, meaning it's primed. I'm just gonna have to cut off Meteorologist. How do you even say that name? I'm gonna call her Wendy. I actually didn't realize she was on the coaster. I thought she used her ability to fly, but yeah, using the coaster, I mean, I kept expecting it the whole round for somebody to kite near the coaster and use it, but I guess using it to get to the chair faster is also really cool. I did a Walking Abyss here. It works well when they have to go through a small gap and they can't really avoid it. Gonna do another basement harpoon. Did a trap on the stairs. She didn't come down the stairs, but the drawback water is still gonna get ya. Cut the rescue off there. Now they both have to run further into the basement. I watered it off, but here I'm going to do another bottom-up basement abyss. Oh my god, I just ascended. That was too satisfying. I wanted to put this as the first round because there were just so many details and it was actually a really close match all around. Wendy's cipher was like super slow because I locked it before I chased batter to the basement, and she couldn't come to basement early, that's why I was able to cut her off. Good game to the survivors. The teamwork was insane. I was like super nervous during this one. On to our next round. This matchup we have Doctor and Entomologist. Those two are actually pretty hard to chase. Let's see what our persona build is going to be. Going for that Street Sweeper for Doc as a counter. I'm going to run Insolence trump card without detention, taking that risk of that endgame going wrong just because I think it's a bit more ambitious and also it's more versatile with that trump card. We definitely do need Insolence to deal with Entomologist bees. It makes Naiad swim through them easier, and also for Doctor, you really need a strong chase to deal with the potential body block, or if you're like actually chasing Doctor. Trump card we can switch to Patroller, Abnormal, Teleport, all sorts of things during endgame, so this build isn't actually as bad as it seems. It feels like a hear me out, but it's a really fun one, with a few exceptions of team comps where you can't actually bring it. I don't have a specific target in mind, so going for that cross spawn, definitely not going to be chasing Doctor or Entomologist. I'm deciding between Journalist or Magician. I'm gonna be sneaky with my first harpoon here, throwing to the middle. I'm going after Journalist, well, seemingly. I think she has tied, so getting rid of that would be nice, but she has already transitioned away. I'm going to actually do a 90-degree turn onto Magician here. He wasn't expecting that, and this whole area is actually watered off. The speed boost of his wand actually didn't do much. He was able to transition into Factory, but this is going to be another trap for him because if I throw through the door here and go up the stairs, it's actually going to be a 3D abyss. I'm anticipating Magician to use his wand to transition into the next pallet area. My prediction was right, but I wasn't able to get that pallet hit. Nice! Thank God for Insolence, we slid through those bees like butter. For anyone confused on why Insolence makes the bees less useful, it's because it's sort of like Trump card. When you click on it, you automatically get Hunter's Instinct. The Insolence line includes the less knockback trait. Anto's too far to rescue. Somebody else has to come. Ooh, Alice is here. There's really no point in trying to stuff her at this point because I don't have full presence and she's too close. Getting a hit on Alice is enough. Dash and Abyss hit. Nice. Magician has tied. He's going to, I think, die in a corner here. Okay, right now Wanted Order is working at its fullest potential. So highlighting right where Entomologist is, and we see that she's healing, so we know both Doc and Entomologist locations. Yeah, Wanted Order is really great because survivors, they try to heal after the first rescue or the first chair has been eliminated. Now they're both too far to rescue. I know Journalist is decoding a cipher that's way too far. 50 on the drawback water, Abyss in front of the chair, and hit. Berserk, yeah, Anto can't get that either. The round is pretty much over here. If you want to watch the rest, go ahead. If you want to skip, use the timestamps. On to the next round. Cheerleader is a character who has guaranteed second cut with her recharging abilities. I don't want to chase Wendy or Perfumer in case any of them are in that second floor. I'm actually gonna go for Knight, which is the best chase here, bring in Patroller so I can break his prediction. Again, no insolence for this round. I do want to switch off the Patroller into a more endgame useful trait like Teleport, but we do need insolence in case the kite goes round for too long. Hunter's Instinct disappears after you see the survivor, so we're just gonna bring our camera down for the extra speed boost. Oops, I misclicked on the harpoon there. We're right next to Perfumer's decoding ciphers, so now we can cipher pressure. No, my dash got stuck on 1 pixel. Standard Cherubus. Oh gosh, okay, that's unfortunate. Wendy failed her flywheel. There's a lot of pressure for everybody who's half health. Wait, cheerleader? Cheerleader? Cheerleader, where are you going? Wait, you're the only one who can rescue. What are we gonna do about Knight? So, okay, cheerleader just dipped. Okay, I guess Wendy is going for the rescue. Oh my goodness, Wendy. Knight doesn't have any more items. Again, wanted order comes in clutch. We see that cheerleader is clearly healing someone, and if we follow that trail, we find perfumer. Oh, okay, that's sneaky rescue. That's cool. What are you dashing at? Like, what is this negative 100 reaction speed right now? Okay, Wendy's actually cooking. And cheerleader also cooked. They got dungeon. GG's. Again, no detention. Enjoy that for this video. There's lots of it. The insolence line again reduces knockback, which will mean that Antiquarian will have a harder time hitting you onto the wall or any other obstacle with her flute. The spawn harpoon is a bit outdated, but you know, it still works. This harpoon is going to cover both pallet areas, and you could have kited longer if she went upstairs here. Upstairs, she could have guaranteed hit me onto a wall. Oh my goodness, every time I chase Auntie I feel like it's a combat game. Auntie's going to be like, you won round 1, but I'm gonna get you! Okay, I'm gonna go for the bait here. Nice! Okay, I guess round 2 goes to me too. I'm gonna dash and try to force a pocket watch out of First Officer. Oh, okay here? I guess giving me that health is okay too. They have doctors, so it probably doesn't mean much. Okay, I got that chair abyss, but... okay... Professor really knows Naiad, I can't get him in this corner. With Naiad's camp and all hunter camp, you really have to know the situation and what you want to get from it. For example, do you want to stuff the rescuer? Do you want to damage the rescuer? In this case, if I don't want second kite on the ante, don't hit the rescuer, just target the hit on whoever comes off the chair. I brought the persona Street Sweeper for Doc, so I could actually see them healing because they were highlighted behind the wall. I managed to predict where Officer was. Oh, nice jump on the ante. That was a really far jump. She crossed 2 sets of stairs. Oop. Okay, you can't win all of them. Ante gets round 3, I guess. Doc might try to heal the antiquarian while I'm chairing first officer, but I have Street Sweeper, meaning they'll actually heal slower as well, so antiquarian doesn't manage to get up. Going to disrespect the palette here and get the hit on first officer. I have no idea how none of the pocket watches have managed to work. I had an instinct of just where he was. I'm going to be patient here with the scale. First one, second one. And okay, hit the chair with the flywheel there. That's fair. Oh, I think he's stuck. I think I'll just keep him on the cipher. I still have trump cards, so if I can keep this cipher not finished, I'll just abnormal it later. Wait, Doctor's gonna force decode. I'm gonna lock it one more time. There we go. They tried to go for the heal here, but I actually could see them through the wall once again with that persona. I was going for Doctor, but first officer goes down here. Okay, Doctor's on 50 water as well. Let's try a walking abyss. Oh, let's go, we actually got it. I'm always so happy about this one when it works. The first time I saw someone else do it, I could not believe my eyes. We have our last round here on Chinatown. Persona again is trump card, 1 on rage and some giant claw. I'm going to go for prisoner as chase because his decoding is just way too fast for me to ignore. Prisoner pulled a sneak on me. He actually just hid in the pallets. Because I didn't know Chinatown spawns that well, I did not know where to look. He built a lot of distance. I didn't know what to do here except just going to lock some ciphers as I look for a easy target. I come here to Knight's Cipher, and lo and behold, I see Prisoner. Hey Luca, sorry, you're just too hard to resist as first chase. Can't be greedy with those water hits, I'm just going to blink him and land a solid hit. Sometimes when you go for that double hit or the water hit, it fails, and saving that recovery animation time actually gets you in trouble. This is right next to Knight's Cipher. I think I see two ciphers shaking, so we're just going to pressure him for rescue. For Naiad, she was able to deal with Knight a little better after her buff of being able to dash directly. That means Knight has another possibility or ability to guess, rather than, of course, it's going to be just her standard attack because she can't do anything else. For double rescues, it's already in your benefit because one person isn't decoding. As long as you get a hit on one of the rescuers, it's pretty good. And Prisoner didn't have enough distance here, so he gets downed. We're going to be intentional with the chairs here and chair him back at that decoding cipher. Good flywheel from Little Girl. She gets the rescue, but it's going to be a double down because the abyss is pretty big. Full presence Naiad camp is pretty dangerous. Prisoner is on his last chair, so we're going to put him in this chair instead and have Little Girl at the chair back at the cipher so we can keep cipher pressuring. I see that the ciphers are shaking, one in second floor and one right there, so if nobody can rescue, they're probably going to be healing each other in second floor. And the match is pretty much over here, but you're welcome to enjoy the rest. And here's just a little clip at the end to be nostalgic about a trick dealing with Patient that doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, because the update buffed him. When you drew back your harpoon and when he would use his hook, you would block in front of him to make him fall down. It was pretty effective and it was fun while it lasted. And that will be all of the matches for this video. I wish you guys all a happy spring festival and enjoy all of the new things that are happening in IDV right now. Thank you as always for being patient with my upload schedule. IDV skills tend to fluctuate if you don't play for a month or two, and that's often what happens with me. I'll see you guys on the next upload.